With PGT, they had at the time one series of windows, which was a 700 series impact window. You could order that window with a deal-to-deal glass and get what we call a positive 45, negative 60 design pressure. I'm not trying to talk over your head, but they also offered that same 700 series with a heat strengthened glass. It would give you a positive 65, negative 80. Then they offered it with a different inner layer with different glass to get a higher pressure, but it was still the same 700 series window. That being said, you'd have somebody that knew what they were doing, installing a window on your project with the proper wind pressure. You had some guy in a pickup truck that would, here, this one's cheaper. And I'm not going to use the stainless steel screws because that's $12 a windows more as an option. So they do the job, and it all looks good to you because you can't tell the difference in the glass looking at it. And a year later, your window would start corroding in the ends, and you'd call up PGT, and I'd have to come out and explain to you, well, your contractor didn't use stainless steel screws to assemble the window, and that's why they're corroding. So when I started my company, took all the options out, built a better product, all stainless steel assembly screws in the product. That's all around. Another thing, when we assemble our windows, we use what we call small joint sealer. You're all talking about warranty on the Kynar paint finish. That warranty comes from PPG. They send a representative out, they inspect the property, and they give the go-ahead for the warranty. Normally in this situation, you should get at least a 15-year in white. If it was bronze, you'd get a 10-year. But you should get a 15-year warranty in white Kynar paint here. Again, to keep that warranty, you got to read big print giveth and small print taketh away. So when you're reading those warranties,
That's good.
that small print right there, they mentioned records. In order to keep that warranty in effect, you have to keep monthly records of sweet water washdowns, they're called. In other words, fresh water. Rinse downs. They do say use soap and water helps. I have a cleaning and maintenance guide. I should have brought one with me. Would I supply to you if we get the job, so everybody can have one? The do's and the don'ts: don't use a razor blade, don't use ammonia, use soap and water. It's one of the best things to wash the glass with. Dawn works very well. That's what most professional window cleaners use.
Yeah.
So the do's and the don'ts, and all the warranties. Now my window, standard warranty is 5 years for my window on the glass and the...
Your talking points.
Oh, these are my talking points?
Yes.
I didn't know I had talking points. I was just going to answer questions, but I'm throwing out some answers before the questions come. My standard warranty is 3. For this particular project with the paint, we're going to go 15. The spiral balances that I use, I call the Ultra Lift. They're the best balance you can buy in the market for the windows. They come pre-wound for the weight of this sash. Where the other balances, the PGT and CGI, and I'm not trying to bash them, they're great companies, they use a spiral balance that they have to wind by hand. So they had to come up with a formula for this size window. I got to wind it 7 times here and 7 times here, and hope that it went up and stayed up and didn't drop or didn't go crooked. Ours are ordered specific for each window and each size sash, and the weight of the sash. They come pre-wound from the manufacturer. They also come with a 5-year warranty and postal application on the balance itself. The glass we get from Cardinal as well, and other vendors. Now, mine's 7/16. She mentioned 5/16. I shouldn't have got here. I was supposed to be here at 11:30.
We're not going 5. Yeah, it's all 7.
It's all 7? Okay. My standard is 7. I do have a 5/16 I offer if people want to get closer to PGT's price. I'm not that far off, but my standard is 7/16. Again, I came up with standards that were above what they had. Screen is removable. I heard you talking about water runoff. My sill designed with a 7-degree pitch on it. And there's no extrusion there. You won't cut yourself if you wash this with a rag. If you want to clean it with a rag, you don't have to worry about any raw edges of metal cutting you. And it has a 7-degree pitch, so water is forced to fall out, to run off and come out the corners. Oops. You know what else, since I put a screen in, can you tell? With the ultra-lift balance, you can literally open the window with one finger and close it with one finger. I don't know how theirs works, but with the ultra-lift, just one finger. Back to the Kynar, PPG gives you that warranty. It doesn't come from PGT, or PGT may give it to you, but normally the Kynar coater, which is PPG, it's their paint that everybody uses. It's 70% polymer. They're the ones that give you the warranty. It comes from the extruder. The extruder uses PPG's paint. Extrusions, I use a company called Sapa. They're a worldwide company. I get the extrusion.
You would give, sorry to interrupt,
Yeah.
but then you would do 10 years on the paint? 15, I'm
15,
sorry?
15 on white Kynar is what I get all the time from
Okay.
PPG.
You would give Cardinals 10 year on the glass?
Well,
which is typical,
Cardinal's
is it
tenure
five?
is if they use the SGP interlayer.
Okay.
This is PDB that normally comes with a 5-year warranty.
So we'll get the normal 5. on
Normal
that.
5 is what you would get.
Okay.
If it comes down to it, she's doing awesome with her video and sideways now. You'll see the difference when you upload that eventually. I mean, if it comes down to it, I've been in business 15 years with this company as a PGT 14. I can offer a 10-year warranty on the window. I believe in it that much.
Okay, and then you would do 10 year basically on the window
On the
itself.
window itself and all the mechanics of it. Now, I'm based right here in Boynton, so I'm real close. If you want to come by and see your windows being made, you're more than welcome to. If you want to come by for a factory tour, welcome you to come by
Okay.
for a tour.
Give me my talking points.
Oh, you should have made them 20 font for me. Let's see, window features. Okay, one of the features. I have to apologize. I had cataract surgery about.
You want me to read them to you?
There you go.
Awesome. We got through a lot of them though. So, in terms of window ranges, do you have like a high-end window and
Yes.
a low-end window?
Yes, I offer 5/16 thick glass for the lower end. You get the same frame. So whatever glass I put in, you would never know the difference unless you had a cigarette lighter or a flashlight. And I can tell you the thickness of the glass. If anybody wants to see the difference, I'll show you in a few minutes. So I do have different series. The series that we use here is what we call our 1041 series. It's a positive 65, negative 75. You said you needed 75 here. So that's the lesser expensive window. I do have the same window with the Century Glass Plus interlayer in it. It's called a 1062, and that's a positive 90, negative 130. Made for the high rises. It goes up 30, 40 stories.
Okay. We have standard spec sheet, color and finish, we're going Kynar, of course, which we know we'll get the warranty on that. The color and the glass, we want a light gray glass, we don't have to meet turtle code.
You don't need turtle coat.
We don't need turtle
Okay.
code, so,
That's fine then, because that being said, we can use just our standard 3/16 heat strengthened gray glass. We don't have to go a quarter inch.
so we go clear gray,
Clear gray,
clear laminate.
clear laminate.
Is there a difference if we go clear?
Gray interlayer,
Gray interlayer.
It's about the same price you use a gray glass, but it is an option. The gray interlayer meets turtle coat,
But we don't want turtle.
but you don't care about turtle coat, so
So it's
just the gray glass is all you
Not the way
really
to
need.
do it.
You talking low E for anything?
no look.
Thank God.
Okay.
I'm not a proponent of low E. It's just a new buzzword that came from up north. Y'all needed it up there. Keep the hot air in and the cold air out. Down here, you want to do the opposite.
The latches, are your latches, your locking system, is it aluminum or plastic?
It is the same as everybody uses. It's pot metal.
Okay.
It's a mixture of different alloys that they melt to.
So it's a metal and
And I usually will leave. What happens with the latch is it won't break, but what most people do is open the window up. And there's no reason on our window to have to relock it because it doesn't stick out past the rail. But most people open the window and then they lock it. They forget they locked it and then they slam it down and it shears the tongue off. So there's no need to open the window and then relock the lock once it's open. And now you can close it and lock it. But a lot of people, not a lot, but I've had a few people say, I broke the lock, it's my fault, I locked it and I slammed it down. I just send them new locks in the mail. In a job like this, I usually leave a bag full of parts for your maintenance guys in case somebody breaks a lock. You got it there readily. And again, I'm right here in Boynton, so if you need parts, I can be here the same day.
We
I have my own
talked about the
service.
screen.
Yep,
Sorry to interrupt.
that's right.
Now,
What type of screen was it? Was it aluminum or?
It's aluminum screen
fiber?
frame, same frame everybody uses.
yeah, the frame is aluminum,
All the same.
the screen's the fiberglass.
Fiberglass screen.
Okay. In terms of cleaning windows, there are windows that the sash opens up and in,
The tilt-in,
the tilt in.
you don't see that much in aluminum because of the pressures. And God forbid, they're heavy. This sash right here probably weighs 42 pounds, I'm guessing. And if you tilt that in and drop it, God forbid, yeah. You don't want to do that. I don't recommend it. The tilts.
Do these, so then are these a
These are
stronger
removable.
window without the tilt in?
Yes.
Right,
Right.
okay. And then the maintenance requirements to meet the warranty. We talked
Again,
briefly about that.
paint is your main warranty. And that will come with the warranty from PPG for Bermuda High. It'll state in there that you must keep monthly records of Sweetwater washdowns, cleaning and maintenance, which I'll give you a cleaning and maintenance guide made out to your condo association. It's a little booklet that we made up, and the do's and don'ts of how to clean them, how to maintain them. I'll give you a specific warranty to your condo also. I've done numerous condos along the beach, Fort Lauderdale all the way up, and I write a specific warranty for that job. So you have.
Do you know what the sound reduction factor is
With the
From what they-
7/16, you're looking at an STC rating of about 40. Where a standard cinder block, and you all asked about it, the window safe. Yeah, you can stand behind the windows, but be careful if you get a block wall below you, because 2x4 could go through that block wall, but not through the window. And it's happened in testing before, where they miss anything. You heard of that? Yeah. The block wall gives you an STC rating of 32. So the window's a little bit better than the block wall itself. You won't hear the lawn guys anymore. I always ask people when I first started in business, it was tough my first 3 years. So I offered a 3-year warranty. People go, how long have you been in business? A year. I've outlasted our warranty 5 times now, so we're good to go there. But I've always asked people if I had to go in for any reason, you notice a big difference in sound? And I had one old fellow say to me, yeah, you know, I used to love listening to the waves rolling in the morning. He said, now I gotta get up and open my windows to hear it. So there is a big sound reduction in it. And energy reduction also. And burglar resistant, 365 days a year. I don't know if you've seen on TV recently where burglars have tried to get into places with impact windows and they just ran away because they couldn't get in. And I do a thing once in a while, I'll stick a $100 bill here. I'll give you any tool you want. Say if you can get to it, you can have it. And I also did, what is it, Extreme Home Makeover, I think it was, back in the day. We did the Little League field up in Boynton Beach and supplied all the windows. And Justin, one of the guys, one of the main guys on the show, he sat there, we put a window like this at home plate, and he sat on the pitcher's mound, throwing balls at it, trying to break it. The cameraman was standing here watching the balls bounce off the window. So it takes a heck of a punch to break the glass. The glass will break if hit with a object flying fast enough. It takes a lot to break it though. And even if it breaks, you're still covered because the inner layer is what keeps the window together. And you can survive the storm, you don't have to worry about leaks, the rain, and then the glass is replaceable. After the fact.
Oh, is it open to
Go ahead.
questions yet?
Go ahead.
No, I was just